Okay, guys. Hey, Ellen, Mary, me. Good morning, everybody. Of course, it is Saturday. We have our 5 o'clock show this afternoon. Ed wants to join us this morning. He's already on panel. I just have the panel muted right now, so we don't have a bit of an echo problem. Although we do have his headphones plugged in, so hopefully we won't have an echo problem. So see, you got one person on already. Good morning to you, whoever you are. And let's start with the basics, including some very simple information that I was incorrectly understood, and I'm going to clarify it. The risk of a railroad strike is not been averted, it's just been delayed. In other words, it's still possible they may still have a railroad strike. Just be aware of this if you're going to be ordering anything. Federal Express, or FedEx, has decided to cut the number of drivers in plants, claiming that there is basically the shipping market is in a free fall. Now, that kind of makes sense because consumers are not buying a lot of products right now, as they are saying to themselves is, I have got to pay my own bills and utilities and pay my rent and medications, and I don't have the money to buy extra fun stuff. So people are not buying stuff. So FedEx is seeing that they don't need as many workers, and so they're laying them off. This is bad news for the individual employees who obviously are out of a job or furloughed anyway. But things are bad. Mr. Doofus in Chief, as I said before, doesn't know what he's doing. He is totally unaware of what the realities of his actions are doing to this country, as are the Democrats. The Democrats have basically turned this country into a big giant shit show, and they are not getting any better. Several manufacturers have decided to, as you can guess, cancel all new internal combustion gasoline engine cars and are trying to push the electric vehicle industry. Probably because they want to continue to be able to sell the cars in California. Gavin Newsom, or as I call him, Nuisance, he wants all this electric. He wants to do the same thing with tractor trailer trucks and say only electric tractor trailer trucks will be sold in his state. Good luck, kiddo. First of all, the typical tractor trailer truck travels a lot further than the person traveling to the store and the soccer mom carrying the kids to soccer practice. Okay, so while Tesla semis are available for about the same price as the standard diesel tractor trailer truck, the truth is the number of X's of megachargers is not that many of them. And while corporations can afford to install them, how you doing, Dabs? Yeah, Amazon just have an ad out offering a job for $45 an hour. And Ed was looking into it, but he didn't see what the job was. I said probably more than likely it's probably more like for delivery drivers. There are people that still do want to buy products and, of course, shopping and groceries. So if you have access to get to your job place to pick up your car or your van to deliver your goods, they provide the truck, but you have to provide the brawn. In other words, you have to give the muscles to the job. And I don't know if Ed's going to do it. I don't think he's interested. UPS is still looking for drivers to some extent. But you got to get to the job. Unless you can get a job, you can work from home. If you can get a job and work from home, as telecommuting is indeed still a thing for some companies. You can work from home I mean, you do not get your money for nothing, and you do not get your chicks for free. But at least you can say you could be on MTV, or more like YTV, YouTube TV, if you really do a YouTube channel like mine. Even though it's not really that big of a channel, it's just a small little channel in the middle of a small little pond and more like a raindrop water in a very small pond in the middle of the ocean and the sea, hole in the sea. Really, seriously, it still reaches out to people. Let's see if Ed's ready to get on. Ed, you got your cans on? Let's get the sound up for him. You got the cans on? Okay, put the headphones on.
I got mine, yeah.
Okay, you can hear me now, right? All right, so first thing people want to know is why you haven't been doing videos or live streams on your channel.
Because I just been into a lot of other things. I haven't really been interested in that.
Okay. So do you ever plan to do a weekend show sometime in the near future?
Sometime maybe, yeah.
Yeah, John, Ed's here. You want to join us on panel? John Heyman just came on. Let's see. Craig will probably be on this morning, so. Oops, wrong one. Ah! Okay, well, wait, let's still. Okay, it's still interesting link, though. That's the link to the live stream. Alright, so let's get the right one out. Okay, first of all, let's get the link up. And after that, we'll get the Google Meets link up. So first we'll get this one copied. Copy that. Copy. Paste. Okay. Pen. Okay. Gmeet. Okay. Actually, most all the morning show links are the same. They are copy. Okay, now I can send it to John. All right. How about you, Dabs? You want to come on the panel this morning? Let's get some people on the panel today. See if anybody else wants to come on the panel. All right, now the thing is that let's talk about the importance of the railroad. I'm talking about the railroad roads, not the toy ones. And the infrastructure is part of the artery of the infrastructure, part of the well, I guess we can call it. It's part of the four major modes of transportation in this country. We got we got planes, we got trucks, we have rail, and we have ships. What do you think is going to happen if the unions decide to renege and strike? What would that happen to this country if that happens for the railroad?
Might cripple it. Yep.
What if the Teamsters and the trucking union decide to join them? That's what I'm afraid of. Is the Teamsters might join them. How do you think that would affect the country if the Teamsters joined the railroads on a strike? That would shut down 100% of all shipping in the United States.
Would. Yep.
Yeah. Sorry about the masticating sound. She's obviously eating something. They want to spread the wealth. Whose wealth? Andrew says, "Morning, Michelle. Will join up and let us now about half past. Suffering a bit today." Oh, okay. Well, what happened, Andrew? Did you eat? Did you eat your? Did you eat lunch yet, Andrew? Let's see, Andrew's here, but he said he'll be here at about 10:30 to join us. If anybody wants to come on the panel real quick, here is the link. Let me put the chat on the screen so everybody can see it. Yeah, so if the railroads, if the the Teamsters, which are responsible for the largest trucking union, ever decided to join the railroad strike, I think that would basically shut down almost 100% of all transportation in this country for delivering goods and services. I think that's not unlikely. I think it could happen. You know, the Teamsters get a lot of support in the railroad industry. I think there might even be some people that may be part of two different unions. Mostly independents, but still, seriously, I think that if the Teamsters joined the railroads, that would be just bad woojoo all over the place. It would be just bad news for everybody if the railroads and Teamsters joined together. Yes, I heard you, Andrew. All right, so let's take a quick look at the fresh dirt from the news pile here. Okay. Crisis continues. More migrants arrive at Kamala Harris's home after the vice president blasts Republican governors. DOJ makes appeal over special master review of Doc C's from Trump. Irreparable harm, they claim. Yeah, because it's going to put a hole in your fucking case. That's why. Irreparable harm. Newsom throws down gauntlet after DeSantis quip about styling gel. Beyond Sophie, who is the Countess of Wessex and what's her relation to Kate? Finger looking good. Woman gets much more than she paid for a KFC sandwich from drive-thru. Prince William chats with kids in hours-long line of mourners. Philadelphia voters say noticeable health issues won't turn them away from Fetterman. Woke Pentagon launches review of Equity chief after disparaging posts about White House exposed. Joe Biden to host event for Hispanic Heritage Month after comparing Latinos to breakfast tacos. Oh, God. Something that's not going to go well. Volatile market sending investors running for refuge. This more like interests you. Get college football week 3 preview. Texas A&M looks to bounce back. Penn State heads to Auburn. Senate Republicans
I don't like college football because I think it's really stupid the way they run it. Out of the whole country, there's only 4 teams in the whole country that get voted into what they call a playoff by voting There's no real tournament to get to the four teams that get a chance to even get to the championship of their so-called national championship. So it's stupid. It's really stupid to set up. That's why I don't like college football.
All right. Senate Republicans demand credit companies reverse decision to track gun store sales. Really? Isn't that something that the Democrats would like to see? Yes. Phantom of the Opera announces end of historic 35-year run on Broadway. Reality star found guilty in nephew's murder for hire plot. Mayors say woke want to abuse history to control present. College reportedly spent big money recruiting descendant of NFL royalty. In other words, I guess players that have the kids go there, they want the
Let's
kids
talk
to.
about I could bring up a topic here about football at Tom Brady. Let's talk about Tom Brady for a moment, if that's all right with you, Michelle. They
Okay.
want to talk Tom Brady. Okay, I'm just bringing it up. Okay, I saw a post on Tom Brady. He's separated from his wife. Well, this is what I say, and I typed this on the internet, and I put it on the page on Facebook, and everything is like this. Is what I think about that whole situation. The woman knew he was a football player when she married him. The woman knew this is what he did for a living. So to me, she's got some kind of a hell of a nerve to tell him to try to quit playing football. That's like him trying to tell her quit modeling. It's not fair that she's treating him that way. And I put it on there. I said, I think he should just dump her because she's self centered. I'm sorry, but if you know his type of living, you're not going to be with your kids all the time. That's the way it is. But she don't understand that because she's self centered. And that's the problem. Too many women are self-centered. Men are the ones that have to go out and work. That's the same thing as working. It takes a lot of work to be a football player and a lot of training and everything he does. To be a model, she's a model. Okay, give her credit for that. But they don't have to work half as hard as football players. She don't get it. I think he should just dump her and go his own way. Sad for the kids, but that's what I think.
I don't know. I'm not into football. I don't really know much about it. I really don't have any desire to learn about it. I think it's brutal.
I'm just trying to say I think it's stupid that his wife should try to tell him to quit playing football. She has no right to do that. That's his living. That's what he wants to do. And that's not right for her to try to tell him to quit playing football. It's just that's self-centeredness on her part. That's my point. Forget the game and everything football, Michelle. That is self-centeredness.
I don't think it's. I don't see it that way. But I mean, she knew he was a sports player. Why didn't he? And to explain to her, say, "Look, I'm going to continue to play the game until I'm no longer able to do so." And you knew that I was a sports player, and that you should respect that. That I don't want to give up what I believe in. I don't want to give up what I love for anybody. And I think that's a valid point. People need to understand that. And you marry somebody who's just does a particular job, and you know they have that job, even if you don't agree with it. You know, hey, as long as they're paying the bills, as long as they're paying the rent, right? You know, don't complain about it. It's. I don't understand why these guys get such huge checks, though. I don't get that part. And do you really need all those millions of dollars each month for checks, or millions of dollars a year? That might be
No, he
issue.
does. He doesn't even need the money this year. He's playing because he likes playing football. He'd be happy to play for nothing. He wouldn't care. Honestly, I think
All
because
right.
he doesn't even need the money. He just likes playing football. To him, it's a game, like a sandlot football game with a bunch of adults. That's what it is to him. He just loves playing football.
More like when I do YouTube, I guess, in a way. Sure, you get some money, but
Yeah,
you don't get enough to basically pay the rent.
you
Which
know, first of all, I think that his ex girlfriend was a much better person from what I've been reading and understood him much better. I don't know why he dumped her. They broke up to go with this woman. I think I really never cared for this woman that much, honestly, because the way she struck me was like an arrogant rich bitch. Honestly, that's the way she always came across with me.
yeah, but she already has a modeling career. I mean,
Yeah, she's an arrogant rich person. Not say bitch, just an arrogant rich person. Arrogant, one of those people that wants to have everything their way and only their way and don't care what others think, even people close to them.
Stan's in
That's what I
chat, by
read
the
to it.
way. He wants to hi to Stan. He's in chat.
Yeah. Hey, Stan.
So why doesn't he tell her, hey, bitch, why don't you quit your job? You love her so much. You know, you should say use the same counter argument on her. Why don't you quit
Well,
your modeling?
basically, he should, yeah, but basically, I think he's had enough anyway because he moved out. He had enough, I guess. That's all it says in the internet that he moved out.
So they're
He
planning
had
on going
enough of
through its
this.
separation and slash
I don't know.
divorce.
They're separated. They're separated right now and no longer living together. I think probably he's had enough of her, crap in plain English.
Let's get Tiger Kitty on the panel. It's Gunky, but I know it's it. Let's see if we can get Tiger on here. Because Andrew said he'll be on in a little bit, about 10:30. Let's see if we get it. So get Tiger Kitty on the panel if she can make it. Have you had a good morning? Andrew asks. And Andrew asks you if you had a good morning so far.
Yeah, I had a good morning. Yeah. Thank you for asking.
Stan says he's out to his parents' house to fix their stove. Why? What's wrong with their stove? Is the pilot out? Is the electric out? What's it not doing? What's wrong with the stove, Stan? Stan says he's going out to fix his parents' stove.
Is it electric or gas?
Well, I just asked him that. I asked him what was wrong with it. He hasn't typed yet. Come on up, Tiger Kitty. Andrew said he'll be on in about 15 minutes. All right, so yesterday we had the 5 o'clock show and it went pretty well. We'll have a 5 o'clock show today. Next week, I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try to get Silvermoon Radio started soon. It's a gas stove at the top. Furnace works. The oven underneath doesn't work. Probably the glow bar. Is it electronic ignition with a glow bar in the oven? Because if it is, it's probably the glow bar. It's just basically a giant electric resistive heating element that gets hot. It then ignites the gas.
So be careful with that, Stan.
Yeah, well, you see, the glow bar is fairly simple to replace. It's just in a very inconvenient spot.
Careful there's no gas leak. You smell any gas or whatever.
I think Stan knows that much, Ed. He's probably going to look at it. If it's definitely a little more than he feels he can handle, then he'll probably just go ahead and just call a technician to come in and fix it. Okay.
So anyway, Stan's on here. You could hear what I'm saying. Um, I found out that the tickets for the Berlin Fair is for $50. I mean $15 each. If you're disabled, it's $10 for senior and disabled. Um, so I found that out, and on October 1st through the 3rd, I believe it is. No, September 30th through the 3rd. Harlington Fair up here in this area of the state. Um, and they're having a car show, classic car show on a Friday, first day of that fair. I like old car shows too. I don't know. We'll see then or whatever if you're free, if you want to do that or something. I might want to do that too. But um, that's what I found out about the prices for the admission for Berlin Fair.
So
I'll
once
try to
in,
pitch in as much as I can.
is there any more Renaissance shows? Okay, Tiger Kitty's coming on panel. Let's get her on. Hi, Tiger Kitty. How you doing?
Good morning.
Yeah.
Very good. If you hear a noise, it's the guy's cutting my grass, so I'll move.
Okay.
Actually, I'll move now. I've got all my windows open. About time we can have the windows open and the heat and the air off.
Yeah. Can you hear her, Ed?
Yeah. Good morning, Tiger Kitty.
Morning, Edward. Oh, last night, Michelle, you did very good on your game.
Yeah, I did very good at my game. I even did some deliberate smashing into things for you.
Yeah, I know. That head-on crash, it scared me.
It scared me too when it first got into one of those identity crashes. You'd be dead.
Oh,
Poor car basically ended up eating my engine. Would you like some diesel for breakfast as your final meal?
You're definitely getting better though. Your crashes are less. You're better at staying on the road as well.
Yeah. But I still need a steering wheel, though. I mean, that's would really make a market improvement.
Yeah. I did look at them. They're quite expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, the ones I installed the driver for from Logitech, the G920s is the cheapest ones of the bunch. With the pedals and the wheel.
So, what do you think about the 5 o'clock show instead of the 3?
I think the 5s did better. I'm not going to dismiss that. I do think they did better.
Yeah, I did as well.
Right now, I'm trying to consider how we're going to get Silvermoon radio back up, given the fact that there's not much room right now in the studio for the other camera that's facing the turntable. I think it was always people watching the turntable spinning records. Actually, it was always kind of something magical about that for a lot of people. You know.
I just like it when you go on Twitch. So you're singing and dancing and playing the music.
Some singing and jiggling, yeah. Right now, I'm starting to lose a little weight in my gut, but not much. I notice my underwear fits better now, but I'm still. My waistline is still where my gut is. It's still 54 inches. I have to really get it down.
Well, dancing is a great way of losing weight.
Well, yeah. So I was trying to get housework done, which is what I did yesterday.
On the other hand, I'm losing too much weight. My arms are getting to look now like bony.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
you need to work out a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, I bet your blood pressure is probably happy.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Okay, Andrew Scott's coming on now. Let's get Peel here. There we go. Go ahead, Andrew. How you doing?
Thanks. Long night. Yeah.
That is the sound of a hangover, Michelle.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you. But I'm all right. I'm fine.
So how was the kitty?
Like
How was the kitty last night after her little?
I have no idea after everything. I just forgot all about her. But she seems to be fine right now. So
Okay.
and no, but I'm good. It was you know me say so. I think I'm still half canned. You know, it was good at the time. But so when you wake up, it's like, no, my God, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like, oh come on, why did I do this to myself? But yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I don't miss drinking for that reason.
Yeah, I'm beginning to find as I get older, it's more difficult to cope with hangovers.
Yeah, hangovers. Oh.
Yeah, so I'm like thinking maybe just not do this at a weekend anymore, or if you're gonna do it, not just drink a whole bottle of wine and then something else and then something else.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, you shouldn't be mixing them anyway.
Well, that's true. That's true. So I'm on the iron brew at the moment and coffee. So I've got a mixture of both.
I don't like iron brew, but I get it. It's very Scottish.
Yep, it is, and I'm mixing drinks right now. So
you better be here at 5 o'clock for the show.
Oh no, I will be. I've had a pretty there's no question. I've had a decent sleep. I was like unconscious, basically.
Oh, be careful, Andrew. You don't want to be sick and choke yourself.
No. I'm joking. I wasn't as bad as that. I was very merry. That's all I'm gonna say. And I enjoyed it. I had a good time. It was nice chatting on the late show and stuff like that. And I remember Dave talking about going to the coffin or something.
Yeah, he went to see the Queen.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
He queued up for hours to do that. I think that's quite. I don't know. I just wouldn't have thought he would have done that.
No, neither did I. And I remember thinking the same. And you see the queues in London now, they're like 5 miles long. It's like, and there's people, they're camping out, not camping, but they're basically got either, because you can't really stop and sit down. You've got to stand the whole time, surely. When you're in these queues.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so you can't go to if you get out of that queue, you've lost your space. You can't go to the toilet. You can't.
Exactly, yeah.
Good on him, I tell you. Oh.
Yeah, I must admit, when I thought back on it, I thought, well, that's pretty good. Because I thought she was brilliant, but
I did as well. She was just part of us. I mean, we grew up with her.
Exactly, it's the only person we knew as anybody like that,
Yeah. So it's not like, I don't know. It's not so much the royal family; it's her.
That's exactly it.
She's she's on a coin when you look at your change. She's just everywhere. It's just a shock as well.
Yeah.
But anyway, enough about her.
Yep.
People are getting sick to death.
I think they are actually starting to get that way.
Stan says, Michelle Marie, you and Ed should walk as much as possible. I walked along yesterday to the Yale Museum of British Art and later at the New Haven Pizza Fest. A pizza fest? What is that? I think it has pizza, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can't go wrong with that pizza, especially right now, actually. I wouldn't mind. My uncle's up watching the football.
Well, so. I want to address what Stan said in the chat. Tiger Kitty, your friend Matthew, he's not my friend. Your friend Matthew is an arrested development, mama's boy, pucker's bitch, regret getting involved with that unemployed clown. I have no idea what's going on. I guess maybe Stan has fallen out with Red. I don't know.
What's the story with going on with Cruiser? Because sounds like Cruiser was getting pretty depressed.
I was very worried about Cruiser. I saw that video he made. Now he's mowing the grass around the other side. I'll move again.
I'll never understand Cruiser, that's all I'm going to say.
He made a video and he's crying his head off.
I do that.
Actually, we don't even hear the sound of the lawnmower in the background, so you don't necessarily have to move.
Oh, okay. He's crying his head off in it. And, Cruiser's been a right shit to me at times because he got involved with Matthew, and but I don't care. I still was concerned about, his mental health, and well, I just hope it blows over, because if you watch his last video, he is in bits.
Yeah.
Like Cruiser is.
Yeah, I mean really badly in bits, crying and.
Yeah, I mean, I've personally got nothing against Cruiser. I mean, he's called me out on a few things as well, like over the years, but I get it because I can tell there's something else going on there.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's just worrying. I don't like anyone feeling. Well, I don't know about anyone, but I don't like people feeling.
Gianni, how you doing? How's it going, Gianni? He says nobody cares about Red, Tiger, and Cruiser drama, so that's what he said.
Morning, Johnny. I don't know, it just worries me. I would hate anything to happen, or him to do anything stupid.
Hey guys,
Yes, Ed.
I'm going to a fair tomorrow, a very large country fair in Connecticut.
Nice.
State
What?
fair in Connecticut.
Where are you going? Who are you going with?
A friend of mine, we're going to go down there. They got a 3-ring circus, which I haven't been to see a circus in years, but I don't know what circus it is, but it's free with the admission, so we're going to go check it out. But it's one of the biggest fairs in Connecticut. Yeah.
Who are you going with, Ed?
Well, the one thing, Stan, the CT to remember is that Cruiser lives with his mom and dad, so I'm sure they've seen this before. I'm sure that they're familiar with what's going on with Cruiser, so I'm sure if they felt they needed to intervene, they would do so.
Right. Just watch the video and maybe you can see what I saw. I don't know. So you're going to the circus tomorrow, Stan? Not Stan, Ed.
The state fair in Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna take pictures on my phone while I'm over there and send them
Nice.
back so we can download them on the internet and show them. It's called the Berlin Fair.
I still want to go to the next
Berlin
Renaissance Fair whenever
it's
we
called
haven't.
Michelle. It's called the Berlin Fair in Berlin, Connecticut, a town in Connecticut. It's a really big fair. It's like one of the top fairs in Connecticut.
Okay.
I'm gonna take pictures from my phone and stuff from it. But I've been going to that fair since the first time I went there was 1967 with my step-parents. We went on a Sunday night. It was much smaller back then. It's grown over the years. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When is the next Renaissance Fair in Connecticut? I mean, I think you said we know Harwinton's in July.
That's still going on until October 3rd. It's out in Lebanon. That's still going on.
It is
Nice.
in Harwinton?
Yes. It's in Lebanon, and it's going on until October 3rd. And then
Oh,
it stops.
Lebanon. All right,
Lebanon,
so
Connecticut, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah,
I
I'm
guess
sure-
I
I'm
have
sure
to
you'll
see if
enjoy
Stan
that,
wants
Ed.
to bring me to that one in Lebanon, Connecticut.
I was going to say Lebanon, and I thought, when you said Lebanon, I thought, where the
Lebanon,
hell
Connecticut.
are you guys going? No, I know what you mean. I was joking. I'm still awakening, taking my while.
Actually, we have here in New England states. It's called the New England states is part of the United States. It's on the East Coast. Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, a bunch of states, part of the New England states. The third largest fair in the country we have is called the Eastern States Exposition. That's just getting started this weekend. It runs through October 3rd.
That's in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Springfield, Massachusetts, yeah.
Yeah, it includes the states of Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island.
Oh, it's good that you're getting some energy to do that. Did you get the washing done?
No, he didn't get his washing done. He's still got a bag of clothes here. He wants to see if Chris can drop him off at the laundromat. And then me and her can go ahead and take care of what we got to do, and then we can pick him up in about an hour.
Oh, your laundromat will do them for him. Oh, Oh, you're going to put them in and leave them there?
No.
Oh,
Yes, they will do it for us, but no. We'll drop Ed off at the laundromat so he can babysit the laundry when it's washing.
I like the term babysit the laundry.
Because the truth of the matter is, you don't want to leave laundry unattended in a washing machine.
Oh, I'm sure his stuff will be safe.
Yeah, if it's in a laundromat, it's different from leaving it in your own washing machine at home. So they've got people there that'll. I'm sure if anything goes on
Well, they have
fire,
a
they'll
TV
sort
in
it
there.
out.
He can sit and watch, can't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. They got a TV, they got a computer there, Ed. You would be able
Just don't stream from there because I heard what you guys were
Just
saying
don't
before.
start smashing his keyboard when you can't remember your password, okay? Because they have a
write it down on
computer
note,
there for you
but
to
no,
use.
Maybe you can do that because I remember, Michelle, you were saying Krista streamed from or one of you guys streamed from the laundromat, and Krista swore on the stream or something like that.
Yeah.
They're banned from streaming at the laundromat now.
That's a first. I think that's hilarious, to be honest.
Let's tune for this.
I've been thrown out of other places, but I've never been thrown out of.
I know, laundromat of all places.
Stan says he's going to try to stream the circus tomorrow. So, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be good if you can get some videos Ed,
Yeah.
and some pictures from the fair and stuff, so people can see.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be quite good.
I'm gonna
I'm sure
take
you'll enjoy
pictures.
it.
I still want to go to a Renaissance fair, and even though I'm not sure about the computer show, guys, on the 24th, I'll be honest, I don't know because everything's up in the air. I still did want to go, but I mean, I already did my budget analysis for next month, and we'll have about $69 profit left over. But I still want to save the money I can because I'm still trying to, get my savings up as much as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, now someone
But
says,
no,
"Why
I
don't
think-
you invest in precious metals or something like that?" Well, excuse me, but buying silver is certainly an option, but I would have to basically deplete my complete savings to buy silver coin right now. If I was to go for silver, gold is
No, you
definitely
wouldn't,
not.
Michelle. You have to get the specials they're offering. That they have specials. You only pay a little bit of money. You have to look for that stuff where they offer you. Franklin Mint, those companies, they have the coin specials. They're a lot cheaper. But,
And those
you
coins are what they call numismatic coins. They're collectible coins, and they don't have as much value. In the case that the things get really bad, you need to have regular junk silver. Regular silver coins, quarters, dimes, $50, because that's what's going to be important. Because if Teowaki really happens, then you're going to need to have junk silver on hand. Let's put it this way: I think a silver dollar note is going for like $25 cash. So you realize that's how much the American dollar has depreciated in value. Is
Have you ever thought,
depreciated
Michelle,
value of
going
over
for
25
gold?
times, and since we stopped working on the silver system. So.
Michelle, have you ever thought about going panning for gold? You know, when you go to the river and stuff like that, and you try and get some gold out of the water. And
Her
everything.
eyesight's bad. How's she going to see the gold?
I have seen people
We'll
try to pan
check.
for gold. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Pan for gold in rivers and
Promise I'll give you
streams.
the gold.
I have some silver and gold because I was told, anyway, but yeah, it's a good idea to have a little bit. You never know.
I've got quite a bit of gold. I mean, I've got a gold watch, a gold chain on my neck.
Oh no, I mean bar, like not bars.
Oh, right. Oh, those would be nice.
The
coins
one
and
silver, the one full
Right.
silver coin I have, American silver dollar I have. I'm talking about the one silver dollar I bought. I bought in high school. And I paid $8 for that. Today, that same
Okay.
silver dollar is going for about $25. That's how much silver has depreciated. I mean, how much
I was
the
gonna
paper
say,
money has depreciated since we left the silver standard in 1973. Our money has depreciated by a factor of 25 times. So if
okay.
Tiawaki happens, then what the silver
Shut
coin is going to be worth is what the value of the coin says. So if it says $1 is what you're going to be getting, which means your value, your income will depreciate by 25 times. So
Hey, Tiger Kitty, Michelle, I want to ask Tiger Kitty something because she's a woman. I want to ask her something. Um, Tiger Kitty, I'm wondering what your take is on Tom Brady. I know I don't know if you're into sports or whatever, but
No.
um, okay.
Yeah.
Him and his wife separated because she didn't want him to play another season of football. Personally, I think that's unfair because when she married the man, she knew that he was a football player and that was his life and his living. Don't you think that a lot of women, I think that a lot of women, this is what I think from a
Do they
man's
have
perspective.
children? If they have
Yeah,
children, then I mean, she probably needs him at home and spend a bit more time with the kids and stuff because you can't get them years back.
yeah, but he has the whole off season time to do that. There's not a whole season in football,
Maybe,
seasonal,
I'm
what
probably the
about
wrong
her
person to
modeling
ask.
career? But
Maybe she felt she was on her own.
the other thing I was going to say is too. Don't you think that a lot of women, like men, have to go out and work? That's the way husbands are. They're not around all the time. They always
yeah,
have
to
to
be
bring in
husbands,
the
they've got to
bread.
do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
they've got.
they've got to go out and bring in the bread, so they can't be around as much at home.
But she's a
A lot of
model,
men
isn't
anyway.
she?
Yeah, I know who she
And
is. It's
I just
still,
said
Yeah,
she earns
yeah,
more than he does, so he wasn't
exactly.
yeah.
bringing in the
Yeah.
bread. She was bringing in the bread.
So they're both technically working if you look at it
Yeah.
that way.
He's a
Yeah.
millionaire anyway. He got
Yeah, she is
75
as
million
well.
for 1 cent.
well, I want to ask the question: is what about her modeling career? Does she have time off from that?
I mean, I don't really know him, but there's
It's not
probably
something
more
I
to this
really.
story than that.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what I
they
think.
probably
That's
had
what I think.
problems,
Yeah,
different kind of
there's
problems.
more to it than that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not all so black and white. The papers like to print things like, and they like to exaggerate stuff. Like they'll say, "Oh, it's because Tom Brady at age
Yeah.
45 or something he is now.
It's too bad.
Still wants
It's
to
too
play
bad Scottish
football
Dave
and
is not here because Scottish Dave is a football player, aka soccer player, who is a professional soccer player. He would be able to answer
I don't know,
a question from a player's
Andrew.
perspective.
I don't know if you follow. I know you probably follow soccer because that's
yeah,
popular around most.
definitely. Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know if you follow football, but football is a very rough sport. It takes a lot. It really is a job.
Well,
It's
everybody in the
roughest sport
world,
you can
everybody
play.
in the world, everybody in the world knows who Tom Brady is, no matter
Yeah.
where you are, and even so, probably the same with his wife.
Yeah.
Same way. I don't know. I think there's a lot more in between the lines that we know about,
You might
and the
be,
papers are
right,
only printing the
Andrew.
most stupid headlines and things like that. They're
Exactly.
not-
They don't know the ins and outs of their relationship.
yeah, that's it.
Ed, somebody asked, what's your favourite animal?
My favorite animal? Well, I'm an animal lover, so I like all animals. But I would probably say the one that really intrigues me, believe it or not, since I've been in Florida, I think the one that really intrigues me is crocodiles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about them, but
No, I don't like the look of them.
Because I think that they were misevaluated too much about people being afraid of them. Because I've seen too many videos of professionals that worked with them, and they're not the man eaters people think. They're just different. They're reptiles. They think differently. I saw
you
the
think-
videos.
do you mean alligators or
I think
crocodiles, or
you-
are you
I think you can.
specifically?
Well, for instance, there was this one crocodile that this man, it was very, very badly injured, and this man brought it back to health and then wanted to let him go. And he tried to let him go, and the crocodile would not leave, came back to his house, sat on his porch, and then after a while he wouldn't leave, so they let him stay. And then his little kids were sitting on his back and everything.
I think I'd be
couldn't
passing on
believe
that idea.
I don't think I'd let kids sit on the back the crocodile.
I know, but I've seen more than one video with people having crocodiles and alligators for pets. Another guy had some toddlers. He had the alligator since young, I guess. Same thing, and the kids are sitting right on the alligator's back and everything. So you know what I think it is? Though? I think it's all in. I think that a wild animal, period. If you take this was a wild crocodile I'm talking about, though, that came back to the guy's house. So that's why it was unusual. Most people, if they have a wild animal, it won't work. But if it's like you have it from a baby or real tame, and you bring it up with people, that's different because it's used to people. You know.
I have a friend in Russia, in central Russia, that has a puma. Literally a mountain lion, as a pet, and also a cheetah. And they and it's beautiful. I'll even link the channel to you guys if you want. And I mean, these cats are so domesticated. It's unbelievable, and they're huge. And you do worry about the only worry I would have if you had kids around and they would suddenly turn.
Well, I mean, even if they're playing, it's the same. I play with my dog. It's a Rottweiler. When it's playing, its bite is stronger than like a little dog's bite.
Oh yeah, better believe it.
Without even if they're nice and tame, it can still hurt the teeth and everything.
Oh my God, a Rottweiler's bite is like they say a Rottweiler's bite is almost close to a lion's bite type of thing.
Well, and there was another video I saw. I couldn't believe this guy has poisonous venom and dangerous snakes for pets. And he handles these things like nothing, and he never got bit. And and he explains in his video, it's only because he had these snakes since very young. Snakes go by smell mostly than any other kind of reptile, so they know your smell.
Yeah.
But nobody else could handle a snake though, because the snake would know it's not the same person and could turn and try to bite him. But this man never got bit. He has a rattlesnake. Yeah.
When you were at the circus, Ed, what was your favorite animal?
I liked the tigers.
I like the tigers too. I like the white tigers, the Siberian tiger. Bengals are cool too. I like cats in general. But I also do find interesting is the polar bear, which is also makes sense.
What did they feed him on?
But you realize the polar bear is actually related to the black bear, and it's just bigger. But really,
That's another thing. Bears, right here in town, here in Winston, Connecticut. I should mention this.
Black bears. We have black and brown bears here. Yeah.
We have black bears up here, and it's a person that has a liquor store business on the other side of the river over here, and he's got a bear family living in back, and he knows about it, and he goes back over there, and they hang with him and everything, and they don't bother him or nothing.
Yeah.
And it's like. Yeah, but they live there and back. That's where their den is, and they don't bother him, threaten him, nothing. Yeah.
So I remember always being told about bears, like black bears. Apparently, if you're attacked by a black bear, you have to play dead, but brown bears, you have to escape or something. I've probably got it wrong, but there's one of the bears you've got to play dead and they'll leave you alone.
The black bear is more likely to flay you alive than a brown bear. That's just scary to think about. Someone actually slicing your skin off when you're still screaming.
But apparently, Michelle, from what the experts are saying, the EPA person was on. I was watching a video from a Connecticut EPA person, and apparently bears by nature, they're not the aggressive killer animal everybody thinks, because they're so strong and they can kill you in a second. That's why people are afraid.
Right.
And yes, if they got mad, if they feel threatened or something, yes, they could retaliate.
4 to 6 inch long claws on those guys. 4 to 6 inch long
One swipe could knock you right over. They're very strong. Yeah.
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 Well, they can slice you open really easy, like just like a switchblade.
I'll ask one. Ed, somebody in chat wants to know if they can send you some vodka.
Bobcats.
Don't send me any.
Vodka.
Bobcats.
Oh, vodka? I don't drink hard liquor no more.
Don't drink hard liquor stuff.
No,
sorry.
don't do it.
Gave that
Thanks anyway.
Just,
Thank you anyway for
just
the
light
offer.
beer, and lately I drank some regular beer, but I mix it with light beer, so. one for one. So
My biggest problem
yeah.
is I would like to be able to get some Moxie, but they charging $25 for a 6 pack or 24 pack on eBay. I mean on Amazon. I was like,
I gotta go for a minute. I'll be right back though.
Oh, don't
Hang
talk
on, all
about
right?
drinking, Michelle, because I'm
I'll be
feeling
right
rough.
back.
Do you
You might
remember?
have that hair of the dog, Andrew.
Oh, no chance, no chance, because that just no, I can't even think about it. I'm quite happy with what I've got just now.
Well, I'm lucky because if I did drink, because I got tablets from the doctors that, because I'm not supposed to be sick or get diarrhea or anything because of my kidneys.
Mm.
So you stick these under your tongue and you just don't feel sick anymore. I should
Yeah.
No, I
send you
just
some hangover cure.
I don't know. Like I was saying earlier, I was just like when you get older, you just can't handle the hangover. Now I'm like, oh, what the hell? Why did I do this? You know, it was
I
so
can't do
fun
that
last
on the
night.
individual channels, so I ended up doing it to everybody's channel. Of course, I do what
Michelle, do you?
Andrew sounded
Sorry,
like when he was about 12.
Michelle, do you remember Siegfried and Roy?
Do I remember as seceding? What is that?
No, no, you don't remember that. You got me laughing. Siegfried and Roy, they were like two guys that used to do the animal taming and stuff like that. And one of the Siberian tigers or whatever
No, I don't remember
mauled
that.
one of them.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
make a
know
pot
them
of
if you,
tea, so I'm gonna mute for a while.
no problem. I'll type it. It's maybe easier.
What the heck is Devil Cleans? What's Oxy? Is an OxyClean? I haven't used OxyClean on my laundry in a long time.
Michelle, I've just
Oh,
typed it on the
Siegfried
channel,
and
so
Roy.
you can maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I just come. It comes out differently when I say it. Obviously,
I know.
it'll sound different.
Siegfried and Roy. Still don't know who
They
they
used to
are,
do
though.
the They used to do the shows in Las Vegas with tigers
Oh,
and
okay.
lions
I
and stuff.
think I
Yeah,
remember. I heard something about that. Yeah. But some time ago, one of the animals kind of got mad at him.
yeah.
And
And
somebody
mauled
thought that they should kill the animal. And he said, don't kill the animal. The animal's just doing what it naturally does.
See, that's the thing with animals. That's what I'm saying earlier on about animals can potentially turn on somebody because they're basically not used to. They shouldn't be in that sort of situation. I mean, I'm not saying I'm against circuses and things like that before anyone says anything, but you've got to be aware of those sort of dangers, I guess. You know, I
Well,
don't know.
Yeah,
animals
animal
don't
handlers
see.
are
The
aware
thing
of those.
is, the thing is that people need to recognize, and they should, unless they're dummies or something. Honestly, is that animals don't look at the world the way people do. Our minds are different than animals.
Yeah.
Every animal's mind is different too. But one thing I can say about most animals is that they do take trust in people. They see a person as someone that they latch onto. If they like, they take trust in that person. So they're smart enough to know that. Most species of animals and reptiles.
Right. It's
Yeah,
just like the
even alligators
situation.
and
It's just the
even alligators and crocodiles.
like the
Yep.
same situation with with Tiger Kitty and her dog and Rusty our cat. Is the fact is that they have grown to appreciate some people and like being with those people.
Yeah, I think as time goes on, people they get to trust the human owners, if that makes sense. But it must take a lot of hard work to tame an animal like that, especially things like tigers or lions or you know.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, though, listen for a minute. The thing is, like with a tiger, okay, if it's not in the wild, if it's brought up with people, it's like a whole different world.
Right.
And they explain this in the videos. You cannot take a domesticated, trained tiger that was in the circus and put him in the wild. He will die. He doesn't know what to do in the wild the same way as those kind of animals that are in the wild. It's like two different worlds because people bring an animal into their world and they're living and they get used to that. That's where the difference is.
Gianni's saying
Okay.
that in translation is that you need to get out in the sun more.
Yeah, one thing I would say to that as well, is it fair to do that to an animal that's used to being in the wild? Or,
Uh,
I mean,
actually,
technically we're all animals, but we're just more intelligent in a way. And I'm using air quotes, which I don't usually do. It's just because I'm a little bit suffering this
but I
since
mean, we can save animals, which a lot of times we do. People have saved animals in need. Fire departments have been called out. For instance, I saw a video of this, forget what it was. Some animal was trapped in a drain pipe and they called the fire department out to get him out. That's just our nature, the way we are to help things, and like that. And I've helped animals before. When I was living down in Norwalk, Connecticut, I saw this bird that was injured, and he was moving around just a little bit. He couldn't really fly, so I picked him up, brought him back home with me. I had a little cage. My friend had a little cage. I put him in there, and he was doing good overnight. And unfortunately, he died on me, but I don't know why he died. But he was doing good the night before. I tried to save him anyway. I don't know. I think it was malnourishment or something. I don't know, but
Maybe.
the damage probably had already been done by the time you got the animal, I'm just guessing, but I mean, I'm just an educated guess, if that makes sense.
They were both so happy too. My landlord and his wife, they saw that bird in there on the perch, sweeping back and forth, like, oh, he looked like he was so well, and the next day he was dead. Well, probably there was something wrong with him that we didn't know what it was.
That's
That
what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Well,
I don't think it's I mean, as I said, I mentioned about the people in Russia that I know, who have got the two big cats, but it's a different world there. You can get away with a lot of things to a degree, but in civilized countries, I know it sounds terrible to say. I don't mean that in a bad way or a denigrating way. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't just take a I don't know, say a puma into your house and say, okay, you're going to live here, and this is what you're going to do. We're going to get you declawed. I think animals belong in the wild. That's just my way of putting it. But I don't think, it probably sounds new wave to a lot of people, but it's the way I've always felt, and I'm talking 30 odd years now.
So Gianni's saying is you look like you haven't been in the sun enough. That's my translation of what he said, because what he said sounded like potentially could be a trigger thing. So
Yep. Well, Michelle, while I'm on here, I think you should say to Gianni, I heard a lot about this guy. I think that you should publicly thank him for all the help he's given you right along by sending you stuff to your house and stuff that you need. And I think that's really a decent individual for doing that stuff.
yeah, I know. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I always did appreciate that.
Yeah, Jan's a good guy. He's a good guy.
John Heyman's showing 3 pictures, elephants there.
John is one of my subjects, apparently, because he keeps calling me King Andrew whenever he sees me.
As far as the circuses go, when they say that animal abuse, that circuses shouldn't have used animals for entertainment. Okay, well, this is what I say. The animals that were brought up in the circus were not wild animals that were born in the wild. They were raised into that type of environment to get used to it.
Declawing is not just taking off toenails or fingernails. It's actually removing the very last joint of the paw.
Well, anyway, what I was saying about the circus
it's like
animals
taking off
is
the
that
tip of your finger.
the circus animals are brought up into that life, and that's what they're used to. That's like a different thing. It's not abuse, because you can't take those animals and put them in the wild; they'll die. The only thing you could do is stick them in preserves. Now, it's a fact that Ringling Brothers animals, when they closed down, all those animals went to preserves. And a lot of them died because they weren't happy because they got used to doing what they were doing, performing, and what that was like in their minds. This is what I'm doing. And they were happy with it, a lot of these animals. So when they lost the circus, they lost their lives. But see, people don't understand that. Okay, you could have the argument. Well, okay, people trained them that way, brought them up to do that. But that's all beside the point. The point is, it's not abuse. It's just like it's like, okay, in the first place, if you're not going to do that, then don't do it at all. Leave them in the wild. Don't even bring them in the circus. You know, because you can't take an animal that's been in the circus and put them in the wild. They'll never live there. They'll die. You can't put them in preserve because they get bored and they. A lot of these animals that work for Ringling Brothers in the circuses went into preserves, and they died. They died. They couldn't figure out why. Psychiatrists think it was because of the boredom.
I think it's the same is true with human beings when they retire, because a lot of people, when they retire from being an active career, they just sit there watching
one thing I will
TV
say,
all day, and then they're like,
watch Planet of the Apes, and see how you think about that then. You know, because
I did when they turned it into the apes were running us. I remember that.
You know?
Yeah.
So technically, I don't know. I'm just talking from my own perspective. I don't care what anyone else does, but see, I don't know. If that's the case, then maybe we shouldn't be taking animals in the first place. I know they're great entertainment for people. I get that. I totally get it. But maybe we should just leave them where they belong.
Yeah. Unless they've got problems breeding them or they're going extinct, then you need to.
Well, I mean, when you have an animal for a pet, I mean, even if you have a cat or a dog, you're still providing for that animal. I mean, there is wild wolf. Dogs came from wolves. Those are wild. So it's basically the same thing. If you call it a pet and you love it and it lives with you, it's used to your life, your thing, what you're doing.
Yeah.
I guess cats and dogs, after a while, after they lose their owner and they have to go fend on their own, some of them make it better, but it's the same thing, you know?
They say cats are less domesticated than dogs. They say that the cat has kept more of his feral instincts. Hi, Rusty. How you doing, cat? We were just talking about your species. Oh. Let's get Rusty on camera here. Let's get him on camera, too.
Crack Jack Gomez. I don't know if we're going to get any of those.
Anyway, everybody don't realize about Rusty or any other cats is a very special cat, because of the fact is that he's used to having it what he wants. And I didn't get the camera set up ahead of time. Sorry, I didn't get set up ahead of time for you, Rusty.
I might be bringing me back a rabbit from the fair tomorrow. I want to get me a rabbit. I like rabbits.
Whoa! What are you gonna do with that? Eat it.
Rabbit? No, I've had rabbits for pets. They make wonderful
I confess,
pets.
Tiger, I have eaten rabbit.
Yeah, but you don't have a cage.
Oh, not one of those.
Where's it gonna?
You know, I had a rabbit that was litter box trained that lived in my house. That ran around and used the litter box like a cat or a dog. They're smarter than people think. Yep.
Just catch them. That's the
One
problem.
of the things I
But
said.
I don't know if he would make it too good in here because her cat might not like him. Except for food.
I don't think Rusty's violent. Well, I don't know. Is he, Michelle?
Yeah, that's Rusty right there.
You know what I think about that? Honestly, what I think is Rusty would need time to be introduced to the animal. One, okay, to see that the animal's here, and like if I was holding the rabbit and petting it, and Rusty saw that, he could get jealous. On the other hand, though, and try to kill him in jealousy.
Rusty's the alpha male of the house. He's not
gonna.
gonna necessarily allow another cat, for example, to just walk in here. In fact, I've seen it happen where he's actually kicked other cats out of here.
I'm talking about a rabbit, Michelle. I'm talking about a rabbit.
Oh, good God, forget
He's
a
probably
rabbit.
up the
Rabbit.
It's
same
going to
way.
become rabbit stew
The
for
rabbit
Rusty.
won't be litter box trained, and there'll be little turds everywhere. It's a bad idea to bring a rabbit home.
So, just the way you just put it, Tiger. There's
There'll be
plenty of
pellets
those around.
everywhere.
You can
will.
train them to a litter box real easy. Rabbits. I had rabbits before. You can train them to a litter box
It's the
real
same
easy the
Craig.
same way.
His eyes that
Yeah.
I get.
Yeah. They
And
don't.
then
They're
you've got to feed it, and then
A little bit
You
of
know.
water just right now.
they eat. They eat mostly. They'll eat vegetables. Like you're not supposed to feed them too many greens, but they mostly eat. Their rabbits don't eat meat at all. They're vegetarians completely.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Anyway, I'm talking about somebody in chat there. No, you're not going to see toes this morning. Anyway.
You ever see a rabbit like attacking, something with meat? It's always when you see rabbits outside, and they're always eating grass or something.
Yeah. Well, they're not an aggressive animal, but if they're ever cornered, what they do is they try to get into a corner on purpose. They use their back feet, especially the Flemish giant rabbit. It's bigger than a cat is. They're big, really huge. They're bigger than cats. And they go into a corner and they wait till the animal come to them when they're in the corner, and then they flip their back feet, which have a lot of strength in them. They can actually knock an animal out with the strength in their back feet.
When you
Yep.
say that kind of rabbit, do you mean a hare?
No, it's a Flemish giant rabbit. They're the biggest rabbit there is on Earth. Yeah,
Right.
Flemish giant.
I've never heard of that.
A hare. They have. Yeah, that's true. What you're saying about a hare, but a hare is not a rabbit. See, that's a lot of people don't understand that. A hare is not a rabbit. A rabbit and a hare are two different animals. A hare it looks like a rabbit, but it's not actually a rabbit. There are two type of different animals, two different species.
They're different species, but they're the same genus. Yeah.
But they're really fast runners, and they do have big back feet, but they're mostly jumpers. They can jump and run real fast. We have those in the wild up here in Winston, actually. I seen one the other day. Yeah.
So is Bugs Bunny a hare or a rabbit? I think he said he's called himself a hare a couple times. He called himself a rabbit a couple times in the cartoon. So I don't know which one he is. I think that's why people get mixed up between the two.
He's a wabbit.
Yeah, because he always says wabbit like that.
Yeah,
so,
wabbit like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm very proud of Ed for carrying on the interesting conversation that he has been doing and keeping a cool head. Yeah, so am I, Craig. Why don't you come on, Craig, and join him? You and Denise, why don't you come on here? We had her on last night. Denise came on the show last night at the 5 o'clock.
Yeah, come on in, Greg. We'd love to hear from you. Come on in, Greg.
Yeah, I'll try to get him on here. I don't want Crack Joint Gomez. Well, I mean, I guess he could come on, but I don't know anything. I don't know anything about Craig Joint Gomez. Yeah, Craig, why don't you come on the show? You and Denise, if she's free, she can come on. Michelle is very proud. Johnny says, I don't see that, Craig. What? What, you don't see Ed keeping his cool? What have you seen him explode this morning? When did he explode this morning? He didn't explode. Didn't say anything bad.
He's kept his temper very well this morning.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed. See you later, Claire.
I think he's saying he doesn't see the conversation part, not that he's kept his cool.
Michelle, Denise's aide is here bathing her, and I have to be present. I will try to come on in about 15 to 20 minutes. I love to come on, but I have to be careful when she's being bathed. Okay, I understand that. That's a big 10 for her. All right. Yeah.
Can you guys
So
still hear? Oh yeah, you can. All right.
what's that?
So when you're back
No,
at work, Andrew?
Sunday, just like last week.
Yeah,
So
right.
it's like Sunday to Thursday. So if you guys are doing the night show tonight,
Yeah, we are tonight, 5
I'll be
o'clock.
on.
5
Right.
o'clock.
Okay, so you're still doing the same. Okay, I think it was pretty good last night. It was nice
Yeah,
to see
yeah.
Craig, and because I haven't spoken to Craig personally in a long time. You know,
Oh, Jen came as well, but Jen's got black eyes.
see,
Craig
I saw
says
that,
it
and
has not exploded this morning. I just mean nobody's picking on him, and I value the information about all the animals that he's telling us about. Johnny said
like when
Michelle Reed
saw
on Ed's been fine.
Did
He's
you see
just
her eyes, Andrew?
I did, I
Oh
did
my
when she
God, is
came
it
on for a
bad?
bit. It looked well from what I saw when she came on last night. I thought it looked bloody awful because I
Oh.
remember when it happened to me, and I thought, well, I mean, she's obviously quite a bit older than me, but I
Yeah,
thought,
I
what
saw
the hell's that?
JoJo's when JoJo. You remember JoJo's? She actually had two big panda eyes.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Oh
actually,
dear.
yeah. But I think a lot of people were talking last night, and so it was hard for Jen to get a.
Yeah, I think she got
Award them.
frustrated and left.
Jennifer J fell yesterday. I fell yesterday morning too. I tripped over my left foot, and apparently Jennifer hit something and gave herself 2 black eyes in the process.
Well, the thing is, getting the blood sort of circulates on both sides, and that's why the both eyes get like the same way. Because that's exactly what happened to me. Because I was like, well, I got hit in one side, so I was thinking to myself, why am I only getting one? Why am I getting 2 black eyes? But when I checked it out, Doctor Google, you know what I mean? But they were right. It's because any blood that's circulating down your nose, it's gonna fill wherever it goes.
Have you ever seen an elephant baby elephant being born? Or any circus animals being born? Any circus animals being born?
One time we had a female cat. Yeah, that was the only time. In the 90s, yeah.
What? A cat or a tiger?
A cat. No, regular female cat we had. Yeah, house cat, yeah.
It's like when giraffes get born. I've seen TV programs of that. It's like, how the hell can you get a thing that size?
I've seen a cow being born. Ooh.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. Not in the flesh, but you know what I mean, just like on TV.
In the flesh.
Oh no. I mean, I suppose we're all animals anyway. We're just, as I said earlier on, we're just a bit more technically advanced, I'm a big believer in evolution, We're still as dumb as they are sometimes. Yeah. So always totally evolved.
Yeah, but you know what I really think though? I think that I really believe this is true. I think that I'll give you an example. Years ago, me and Michelle came across this cat. We named him Ray the Stray. This cat he was wild for years. He didn't have a home. He didn't like anybody. He was just plain mean. And then we started feeding him. We started being nice to him. And he became our friend. He liked us. So I think animals go by emotions.
There's
and what
something
they
else
see.
about the story you didn't know about, Ed, which I'm going to tell you about Ray the Stray before you came. When I first befriended him, I was having a really bad day. I was missing my cat, Fluffy. I mean, not Fluffy, Tabia. My other tiger cat we lost at the Goshen Fair, probably the Pines Campground. And he comes up with this big cat, and I just started talking to him. He didn't know what to do. He was just watching me. And I was like, and he could see that I was getting kind of emotional because I was actually starting to cry a little. Telling him how it reminded me of my old cat that I used to know. and also it reminded me of a human friend I knew. And how I was friends with this one guy that was a Vietnam vet, and that the poor guy had a heart attack on a ladder. And then the magistrate kind of like, boy, that sounds like me in a human form. So he just slowly just started coming over, and I started petting his fur. And I said, I can see, I don't know where you came from. I said, you look like your fur is in pretty good shape. You don't look like you're too badly scuffed up. You know,
Right.
long-haired Maine Coon cat. And it took a while, but for a while he would just sit outside, and Fluffy, the old Fluffy, would look at him like, "Who the hell are you?" But eventually the old Fluffy, which was a boy cat at the time, because we thought it was going to be a girl cat. We didn't know if it was going to be a girl
Michelle,
or not. Okay, so
okay, Michelle, but what do you think? What do you think made Ray the Stray take to me? Because you came in the picture first, and then he took to me too. What do you think caused
probably
that?
because he knows the story about Ray LaChapelle. He knew that he saw a kindred spirit in you, that you've been through a lot through life too. I think that this cat had been a stray tomcat for years, and
You had a cat called Ray the Stray.
we had a cat called Ray the Stray. We named him after my late friend Ray LaChapelle.
That's quite funny. How many
The
cats
man,
have you had,
the
Michelle?
man himself, Ray
More than
LaChapelle, was
that,
kind of
no,
a stray in his own right, homeless, doing odd jobs. Worked for
Michelle,
his beer
can I ask you a
money.
question? I want to ask you a question, Michelle, over the air, because I really don't know your answer to this, but I want to ask you a question over the air. Would you befriend any kind of animal, whether it was a reptile or anything, or are you limited?
Limited to what? I mean, and most of the animals
In other
I know
words-
in my area are mostly cats. I mean,
Yeah.
we have a skunk that I kind of was trusting of
No,
me,
Michelle, not a skunk. Surely not.
which is it's actually true.
Skunks-
Well, it was a
skunks are a
skunk
lot
that
like,
was sitting
they're-
inside of a barbecue pit.
Yeah.
Right before
Yeah.
Hurricane Irene, and the poor animal couldn't get out. Remember, skunks have terrible eyesight, despite what they think.
I know. I went over there with her. The skunk was in the hole. He couldn't get out. I was afraid to go over there. Michelle said, "Don't worry." I went over there. He was looking at us and squeaking. I thought I was going to get sprayed for sure, but I didn't. She put a thing in there so the skunk could
A
climb up
barbecue
the ladder
grate
to
that was
get
right
out.
next to it, so that the skunk
Yeah.
could crawl
They
out.
didn't spray either one of us. No.
Yeah, it's just the thought of the smell, though.
Aw,
If you
you
take us.
helped
It didn't
Yeah.
have any smell. Apparently, she already shut up her 6 watts. She didn't have any smell.
Okay. I stand corrected.
It takes time for a skunk to recharge. They're not.
What a thought. I've got to stop the skunk plugging itself into a socket or something.
No.
I'm waiting
No.
for
Have
For
you
instance.
have you never had a dog?
Remember, a skunk only gets six shots, like a 6-shot gun. Boom, that's it. When she's out,
Yeah.
it takes time for her to make more sense. And say they don't like
Let me
wasting.
tell you about animal experience I had years ago in the 90s before Michelle knew me in the 90s. We were at a campground with one of my ex-girlfriends, and we were living together at a campground, and we had a pet cat with us, and we were there for the whole season. And one day, this raccoon started coming around, and we fed him a little bit, just threw him food, and he started just hanging around. He wasn't mean to us or nothing. He just kept hanging around us. Then one day there was another raccoon we never saw in our lives. Looked like it was charging at us. It was running toward us. And the other raccoon, the wild raccoon I just told you about, went after the other one to stop him.
Yeah.
It's probably stopping it getting into trouble or something.
Yeah, because the other raccoon was protecting us. Yeah.
Apparently, the
Yeah,
the
that's
charging raccoon had rabies. Apparently.
Yeah,
it
well,
was, it
Michelle,
was, yeah.
that's always been my worry when I've been over there. It's like the rabies thing. Like if I remember when I was a kid, when I was in Toronto, and I got scratched by our cat Jed, and I was like pure freaking out. And my cousins were
Yes,
teasing
I
me,
said
saying I had to get
talking.
6 needles in my stomach to stop me getting rabies. But no, the cat wasn't rabid at all. So I still hate them for saying that to me, like, bastards.
Didn't you also have a situation where a raccoon brought all of her cubs to the? I think you mentioned a story about where one raccoon brought all of her cubs to you.
I don't
Oh
recall that.
yeah. Well, me
Oh,
and
sorry.
Bob Myers
I'm
were
joking.
me and Bob Myers were camping in Florida. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, brought the whole family over. Was hanging with us. Wild raccoon brought them all over. Because we were feeding the one large raccoon, and then all of a sudden these young ones, and I'm like, I don't know about this, Bob. I thought she might get mad or something because the babies were with her, and then they just hanged around with us. That was weird.
Yeah, but a raccoon surely would be a pretty difficult thing to tame. You would have to. I mean, because I think maybe in a way, bigger animals are easier in a way to tame. But animals, they can just sneak out of places and get where they want when they want, type of thing. So
If they think something's safe, and they're simpletons basically, and they think that you're all right or everything's safe, they just go with it, go with the flow, I guess. Yeah. I
Yes,
mean,
Ed's
even
going
a
to the
rat.
circus, Jojo. Jojo's here. Say hi, Ed. Just
Hi.
telling her you're going to the circus tomorrow. Exciting.
Yeah.
Why are you giving him? This is what Gothic Drinks combo says. Why are you giving him a socialization platform? Well, he has one on his own channel, but he doesn't seem to want to do videos on his own channel anymore. I don't know why.
Why is that, Ed? I thought you did quite good on your channel. I know people
Yeah.
always wanted to watch you.
Well, what Michelle don't understand is like I've become a lot since I came back up to Winston and I left Tampa. I had a lot of friends in Tampa I regularly associated with and I hung out with and I went places. Since I came up here, I've been isolated, you know. So it's like I haven't even seen anybody really in Winston or anything really outside his apartment. The only person I ever see is Michelle and her girlfriend that comes over here. That's it. It's not by
Yeah.
choice. It's just,
Well, yeah, you could go out a little bit more though, Ed. I mean, the people aren't going to come to you. You have to
Yeah.
socialize, and
But
life is what you
then
put
again,
into
too,
it.
in the last 2 years, I've been really sick. Last summer, I had gout really
Jojo.
bad for three. I was really sick
Oh,
for
it is.
3 months. Michelle had to help me really. I was the worst gout I ever had. I couldn't even get out of bed for 3 months.
Is this
Then
when you
this
had
year,
Ed? Is this when
I
you had the
had gout.
Yeah, I remember you had the
Last
gout.
year, yeah. And then this year, I got sick again, and I had to go in the
Paul
hospital.
coming on now.
Yeah.
Hi, Paul. How you doing?
Hey, Paul, how you doing, bud?
Morning, Paul.
Good morning, good day. How's it going?
Not bad. How you doing, Paul?
Let's see if we can get
Pretty
JoJo on here.
good. Just waiting for my coffee.
I'm just drinking
Yeah,
my
I've had a
tea.
few of those.
How's
Paul,
it
got your
going
link,
over
but
here?
I couldn't click on that link.
Good morning to
yesterday.
you. God bless you.
Yeah,
Good morning.
Hey, Ed, how are ya? I hear you're going to the circus tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's excited.
Yeah,
He's
you
Going
excited.
to a fair, but they have a circus. So yeah,
you'll
we're going
beat
to see
the
a circus
elephants
over
off.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that called Berlin Fair? Is that where you're going?
Berlin Fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Berlin
Yeah.
Etiquette Fair, yeah.
Yeah. I see the advert for it.
Yeah, you can find it on the internet. The Berlin,
Yeah.
Connecticut Fair, yeah.
Berlin,
seeing what they've got.
Berlin Fair, Connecticut. BERLIN space FAIR space
Yeah,
CONNECT.
you can see on the pictures how big it is from the pictures, yep.
What's it
Wow,
else
Ed,
say?
right before 4 p.m. 2 days this weekend. Wow, that's gonna be a record. It's pretty good. What's got you? Are you up?
They
early
haven't been to
late?
bed yet, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
No, that's
So
exactly
excited
what's
for the
happened there.
circus.
Yeah.
Excited for the circus. I get that. Okay. I used to be the same way when I was like 5. I just couldn't sleep and get so excited, and I'd be
Well,
up
they
for
have
days.
one of those Ferris wheels there.
Oh,
You gonna go on that, Ed?
You know, if I ever hit the lottery or something, if I got a lot of money, I would want to start up. I would want to get a couple of partners and start up another big, huge circus under a big top tent with animals and everything. I
Like a
think
gay
that
circus?
America's.
And how
I
can
think
you win the
America.
lottery when you don't even play it? You don't even buy scratch offs. You know.
Listen,
See, they say
was,
if I win the
I was
lottery,
thinking
See,
scratch
but
there's a
for a while.
circus there. I'm looking, and it doesn't say there's a circus. It's just got some cows.
Maybe Ed's just gonna create the circus. Just go over
No,
there.
you
and
got to look
start-
on there. It's the
This
Berlin
work,
Fair. It's
I
right
start
on
beating
the
off animals and just make his
internet.
own circus.
Okay.
The Berlin Fair, Connecticut.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't see anything that says circus, but okay.
Yeah, I hear you, Jojo, on that one.
Uh,
I don't know. Call me you.
They got
fat and-
helicopter rides.
Yep.
Yeah, Paul, I was a little bit suffering earlier on.
oh
do
yeah.
they have antique tractors at the fair?
Yeah, thanks, Michelle.
Yes, they do. They have an antique tractor show. Yep.
They've
I'm
got
good, I'm
livestock. Yeah, they had tractor barn.
The passive aggressive Michelle.
Tractor barn. Yeah, they do. They do.
A
They've
tractor
got
bomb?
historic
Like you can
tractors.
get high on a tractor?
Historic
Tractor bomb?
tractors used throughout Connecticut.
There's a
Hundreds
famous
years worth
country and western artist there too on Sunday. I'm not sure. I don't think I heard of him, but they say he's famous. So, yeah.
Jojo says,
yeah,
Michelle,
basically- Sorry,
I
need
could
to
come
Michelle,
up.
it narrate
I
you.
had some devastating news on Wednesday. I just thought I'd come on and see you all.
Didn't see that.
Um,
Sorry, Jojo.
Sorry to hear about the bad
Good
news,
minute.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think a friend died. I did see it on a community post, I think.
Shit.
Unfortunate.
Sorry,
Who's
Jojo.
this, Michelle? Who are you talking about? Who's this?
Mojo said, Michelle, I would come up. I had some devastating news on Wednesday. Just thought I'd come in and say hi to all of you. Okay.
Hey, Tiger Kitty.
Yeah.
Open your mouth.
Why?
Oh, right in her mouth. I just.
Oh, you
Hey, where are you from? Where are you from?
This is why you should never open
hey,
your mouth.
listen.
Oh,
Where are you from? See my picture there?
Look at
Oh.
his
Beer
picture
can
of his
holder?
down beer.
How'd that taste?
Excellent. I've been drinking this
Oh,
for
I ate
years.
it. Okay,
First time I drank in a long time, but Narragansett. It's a Rhode Island beer. It's excellent. Yeah.
Yeah. You like it, Ed? It tastes good. What I have for dinner last night.
Excellent. It's made in Rhode Island, Connecticut,
Excellent.
Rhode Island State, and upstate New York. I think Genesee from upstate New York.
Well, Ed,
owns
Ed,
it.
just remember you've got the fair tomorrow, so you can't go overboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Randall,
Oh,
how you
it wasn't
doing?
that guy that I've seen on camera, Jojo, was it? That lad? I can't remember his name. I've seen him come around your house before.
So what happened, Jojo, anyway?
Oh shit! I'm so sorry.
He's such an
Something.
I've got a real bad craving for a cigarette. I don't know why. It's just hit me.
Yeah, I remember you saying that yesterday because
Yeah.
I think because everyone was talking about being stuck in rooms with smoke and stuff like that, and we're
Why
all
has it
like,
just come on just now? It's because I'm drinking my tea, maybe. I don't know. But I
yeah,
actually-
because it's like one of those habits where you got a cup
Oh
of tea
my
in your
god,
hand.
really, Jojo? Darren? Oh
Hey,
my
Randall.
I know,
god.
Dick. Let me catch up on.
Oh, I'm
What do you
sorry,
guys think about-
Jojo.
changing the subject a little bit. I got a new topic we could probably talk about.
As long as
What do
it's
you
not
guys
train
think
monkeys
about?
or sports or the circus.
No.
Okay.
Electric cars. What do you
We were
guys think
talking
about
about Tom
these
Brady
electric
earlier.
cars?
Once they're
That
talking
trying
about
to push
electric
down every-
cars or electric vehicles
I-
in
you
general.
guys
Oh,
think
Jojo, I'm
electronic
so
cars?
sorry. So sorry to hear that, Jojo.
I think if electric cars were a good price and they were viable in that way, I think that's a good idea. But they're not. That's the problem.
No, they can't tow anything. They can't cool practically. They got so many problems with those. It's not funny. They haven't worked out the technology good enough.
I think the problem
instance-
more is the infrastructure to charge them is just not there. I don't think the problem is we're not building enough power plants right now. As we were seeing in the state of California during the heat wave, a lot of their fossil fuel power plants, they shut them down, and there's not enough electricity coming in because Lake Mead has gone dry. So the Hoover Dam is pretty much offline. So the state of California during the super hot days has been running a lot of air conditioning. So Gavin Newsom, aka Nuisance, has basically told everybody not to to charge their electric cars, or they're going to have to do mandatory power cuts on people to protect what's left of the infrastructure. And he also told them to cut back on the air conditioning.
So
they don't have
yes,
enough
that's why are
generating
they
capacity.
pushing these cars on people in the first place when it doesn't work? That shows right there it don't work.
Well, Michelle,
It don't
and,
work because the
Ed, but I'm going
infrastructure's
to say
not been
something about
fortified.
this, right?
It's
I'm going
not
to say something.
necessarily the car.
I was in an electric car not too long ago, and it ran smoothly. It ran very nicely. When we're talking about, I was talking to the guy about the car, and he says you can sort of like only go about 100 miles, so it wasn't really that effective, if you're having to do long distance journeys,
All
Then
right.
you need an extra battery, backup battery to start
Well,
with.
that's the thing as well. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't exactly go to Dollar General to pick up batteries. Or pound
And
lamps.
they should have stuck. They should have stuck with the hybrids because that had a gas motor to recharge it. That was better
Right.
technology.
That was a good stopgap measure. That made sense because we don't have enough power plants right now. But once you live in the state of California, you're going to have to rip the gasoline engine out because gasoline motor engines are being banned in California. Now they want to ban diesel-powered semi-trucks. Well, I don't think that's going to be a good idea.
I get the diesel idea. I think diesel's a bit, diesel's expensive. It's always been expensive. Like gasoline, petrol, whatever you call it, is that's going to be it. That's going up every bloody month. I don't know how much it is for a gallon. I wouldn't like in general on average, but I know it's expensive from what I've had to pay.
I mean, first of all, like your friend pointed out, you got about 100 miles to a charge, which is fine for the soccer mom taking the kids to soccer practice and getting some, in-town errands done. But because most people don't drive 100 miles in a day. Now, if you were running like a fleet of cars for like a company for like your salesmen, your sales crew, then you're going to have to need to really seriously access more of the charging network, the superchargers of the Teslas or the standard level 3 chargers for non-Teslas. And that's
you know what that guy did? That guy in charge of Tesla, you know what he did? He made somebody that he couldn't pay for the battery, so he made him get rid of their car, $26,000 car, and then he couldn't get the battery.
Got it wrong. He locked the guy out of his car in Canada. He couldn't even get into his car until he paid $25,000 to replace the battery. And
that's a bit weird.
That is too much. I mean, sure, I could see why you might say, "Sorry, I'm sorry, I can't do that, Jim." I mean, it's just like almost like 2001, right? Open the pod bay doors. I'm sorry, I can't do that, Dave. You owe $25,000 to buy a new battery for me. I'm not going to open the door until you give me a new battery. I'm in the middle of space! That's not my problem, Dave. That's
But I
exactly
think
what
that
happened.
guy is he's not that good of a person after I heard that. No, I
Elon
don't.
Musk.
Whatever. No, I don't think he's a good person after I heard that. I
I
think
don't
he's a
really know. I don't
scumbag.
really know if Elon Musk is the problem. I think it's one of the managers in the company that's just basically is taking his incentives and basically pissing on it. I don't think Elon Musk necessarily knows everything that's going on in Tesla. But that definitely would piss me off if I had a car and the car locked me out so I couldn't even get my title and registration out of the glove box.
I don't think it's quite that extreme. I think, again, a lot of news and stories gets twisted to make it sound so dramatic. You can't do this, you can't do that, and this has happened, and I couldn't get into my car. You know,
Yeah, well, the
I
problem with
think
the
the more important
Teslas
matter
is
is I've been.
the door locks slide inside the door sheath. So the problem is unless the motor activates the door sheath, the door handles don't come out. So
Okay, right.
that's
Just
the
smash
one
the window
thing
then.
that,
Get it.
like Rich Rebills found out is the problem with the Teslas with those kind of door handles and when in England winters is they freeze up. And then you
Yeah, I know
have
that
to
feeling here. Yeah.
basically like use a hair dryer or a heat gun on the door handle to get it to melt enough to have it pop out so you can get into the car. Because they freeze because they're covered with ice and snow and stuff like that. That's just not a good
It's just
solution.
you're reminding me of what's to come, Michelle, and I'm getting depressed. Because the winters here are obviously pretty savage as well. And it's a thought of getting up in the morning. Nah, it's like fuck this. Get the bus.
Yeah. Yeah, winters can be savage. Yeah, they can be. And they say this winter in New England is going to be nice and frosty.
Yeah, but how long is this going to last for? Because
Till March,
Michelle,
like it usually does. Till March, like it usually does. Yeah.
I've seen it snow here in June.
Usually pretty much from November until March for us.
Yeah. March, it starts warming right up. Still
In
gets
general,
snow, but
yeah,
it warms
yeah.
right up. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've literally seen it snow. Not here, but where I was brought up, not about 100 miles south. I've seen it snow in June. You know, -3 in June. You know,
Yeah.
but we've had a very hot summer this year, an unusually hot summer. Like places were hitting 104 degrees. You know, and that's not normal for this country.
Now, you guys wouldn't be ready for no 140. What's the average temperature about in Frankenstein units? What, 80, 90?
Well, right now it's probably about 58 again. You know, 12 degrees centigrade or Celsius. You know,
Right.
in the new European terms.
54
But,
degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah.
so it's cooled down quite a bit since August because August was really hot. It was really hot, and it's just suddenly just now just jumped down to pretty cool temperatures now. So
Yeah, it's doing the same thing here. Now, well, speaking of the issue of Fahrenheit versus Celsius,
But
now that you guys are no part of the EU anymore, I know Scotland wants to go back into EU, but since
they
right now
do,
you're
but they're not
not,
going to get their own way because
are people
they're still
deciding to
part of the
go
UK.
back with the imperial measurements of like?
Well, the thing is, Michelle, what we do here, I've said this a million times before. In the UK, we use both.
Yeah, I know.
Like, for example, if you go for a pound if somebody says to you, "Get me a pound of this," you know exactly what it is. But if you're a bit younger, they would be like, "What the hell's that?" So it just depends on how old you are and what generation you're in. Like,
So if someone says
my
to me,
kid-
"What the hell is a pound?" Oh, that's 2.2 kilograms. No, okay.
see, I'll be honest with Michelle, that would confuse me. Like, I don't know kilograms. I don't know,
Yeah.
and I'm like 39. You know.
Hey, do you remember this song? It's an American song, but it's an oldie, but it was an Irish song. It was called The Mighty Quinn. You ever hear that song?
I've heard that song actually. Yep.
Mighty Quinn. I like that song.
Silence of the Lambs for sure, Queen. I can actually say that movie word for word. And I still remember getting to see it. It was the first time when I was a kid and I wasn't meant to watch it. I wasn't allowed to. I saw it at my friend's house, 1992 or something like that. Not quite 10 years old, but I was near enough there.
Okay, kilo is 2.2 pounds.
Yeah, well, Canadians will understand
I
that
stand
more
corrected.
than
You're right.
Americans and Brit, you know. Yeah, I've heard of the Mighty Quinn. I've heard people talking about it before. RoboCop is a fantastic movie. I loved RoboCop as well. But Silence of the Lambs is probably my favorite. I think in terms of the way it like shocked me, like as a kid. So it's like six by me. And Gremlins is another movie I love. I know it sounds corny as fuck, but
The Mighty Quinn's a really old song. It came out when I was a kid in the '60s, but it's a cool song though. Yeah.
Still want to get Mojo on here. Come on, Jojo. Come on
I've
up here.
seen alligators and lonely bees, some
probably
cat counters and some chimpanzees.
shut the fuck
some
up,
cats
Ed.
and rats and
Ed, shut the
alligators.
fuck up. Ed, shut the fuck up.
I like the Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah,
That's
Jojo's
another good one.
probably just wanting to hang out, Michelle. She doesn't want to come. You got to stop forcing this panel shit on people, just like Jennifer J. She didn't want to come up, and you got to come look at these
No,
tits. You got to come look at these
what
tits.
was seen
You know,
yesterday. Yeah.
if they want to come up, they'll come up,
Yeah.
Michelle. I mean, he's going through a hard time right now. He probably doesn't want to necessarily, if they want to come up, they'll come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain to him the words of that song, The Mighty Quinn. That's why I was singing that, what I just said, I remember the words. Yeah. That's a freaky song, but it's nice. Cute, too.
Well, anyway, we still have 20 minutes to 12. So, what are you doing for the rest of the day, Ed?
He's preparing for the
No.
circus.
Yeah, getting those grips ready for the elephants.
Thought he was going up
No,
Mojo says she might be on tomorrow. Oh, we do not have a live show on Sunday, guys. Officially, but I do want to get Silvermoon Radio started again sometime. But for now, if we get going, we're gonna have to basically stuff the video camera right in the other room, and then gonna have to just pussyfoot around it a little bit. Because everybody likes watching videos of the turntable in action.
That's an interesting.
Watching the record go round and round gets me going, Michelle. Watching it spin gets my dick hard.
Actually, some people do like watching the turntable.
Woo! Record!
Michelle, Queen of YouTube, was saying her favorite movie is Unforgiven, the Clint Eastwood movie.
Oh, yeah, how much Viagra did you take?
Is that why you're
Well, my favorite movie at this point is actually I don't really have a favorite movie. I mean, I like a lot of different kinds of movies, but I guess one of the movies I like that's not animated is Blast from the Past. I think that's kind of good movie. For those who don't know what it's about. A family saw a nuclear bomb went off, and they went into their bomb shelter for a period of 35 years, and then they came back to back to Earth, or back to the surface of Earth, and they're like, everything's changed. And that was when I was introduced to the song by Perry Como called "Round and Round." I already had the record, and I said, I have Perry Como in here. So there was the song. I said, let's play it. Let's play the complete song. And so, because it was time of the Cuban Missile Crisis when the family went into the fallout shelter or bomb shelter.
Cheaty.
I don't know
what
much
time
about
are you going to the circus tomorrow, Ed? What time are you leaving?
Stan's picking me up at I think 10 o'clock over here. So.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the original Portuguese was actually pretty weird too. Yeah.
No, I thought the first Godfather movie was fantastic, and Ree was saying he likes Goodfellas, which is actually a pretty decent movie as well. But I felt it was a little bit more. I felt like the original Godfather movie was a bit more realistic, if that makes sense. You know, compared to it.
Well, I also like the movie called Xanadu with Olivia Newton-John and Gene Kelly. That was kind of fun.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, she just passed away, Olivia
Yeah,
Newton-John.
she did.
Yeah.
She lost to cancer, unfortunately.
Very
What's it
attractive
called?
lady.
Yeah, she actually was actually beautiful when I've seen pictures of her. But I've
Yeah,
never
she is.
heard of that movie. I don't really know what she did. I knew she was a singer, but
She was in Greece.
yeah, that's the one.
She was
That's the
in
one.
Greece. She was in
She go out
Xanadu.
with
She was in quite a few
John
movies.
Travolta.
John Travolta was in Greece, yeah.
Yeah.
she went
Yeah,
out
but
with
were
Cliff
they-
Richard.
With who?
Cliff Richard.
You know what maybe we
You don't
should
know
do
the
is maybe for Silver
I always-
Moon
I always
Radio,
thought
if I
he was-
decide to do a
is he
Silver
not-
Moon Radio tomorrow, is maybe we
Oh,
should play
he's an
maybe
actor.
we should play some of the music from Xanadu soundtrack.
Paul's getting good on the piano.
He is. He's actually improving a lot. He needs to give us a real concert.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
You're
Nothing.
getting very good on the piano, Paul.
I learned a new song this week.
What was it?
Here, let's see if you guys know what song this is, okay?
Okay.
Tiger Kitty should know this one. All right, listen.
Yeah.
Here we go. See if it, hold on. Ah, yikes. Sorry, I just moved my chair. All right. See if you know this one, Tiger. I'm playing a little slow. I just learned it.
Oh my God, I know that song.
I don't.
Ah,
I feel the coming.
when
I feel
I feel
the coming.
it. Yeah. Oh, very good, Paul. Very
Thank
good.
you, thank you. It's learning
Yeah,
on the
you are getting
So-
fantastic at this.
Yeah.
Elvin,
what was
Elvin
the-
passed away.
what
I
was the
feel
song called?
bad.
I feel it
called "Feel It
coming.
Coming" by The Weeknd and Daft Punk.
All right, and I like Daft Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Daft Punk are brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. He does play beautifully.
I got a few Weeknd songs under my belt this week. Learned some new Weeknd.
Oh, well done. You're picking it up really quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, the
That's not too
Melna.
bad.
He played. Didn't he play? He played Hawkeye, right? In MASH.
Well, with the correct sheet music and a little music theory, you can figure anything out. Excuse me.
So I was doing that this morning, Paul. When I woke up, I was like, I think it was worse.
Oh man, something in the air. Woo. It's getting really warm back here again. It was like fall type weather, and now it's getting really back to being
Yeah,
warm.
Paul plays pretty good. I'm surprised, Paul, you don't even play much music on your own channel from your own piano.
You know what, Michelle? I need something to record it properly. I need a way to hook up my keyboard to my computer. I got to get a new keyboard, and yeah, if I can record it properly, I might.
You're
start doing
playing
it,
this.
but-
You're playing your upright piano, right? The one behind you.
No, that's a key. I have an upright piano like 10 feet from me, but I also have just a keyboard I can play as well.
See, I've never been able to play any sort of musical instrument. My younger sister, she could do anything like that, and I'm like, how the hell can you like?
Oh, let me bring the chat. Tiger's laughing.
John said you play the skin
Craig
flute.
Senior says Paul plays the piano
that's
and
gay.
guitar
I play the
beautifully.
meat whistle, faggot.
which
Meat
people
whistle.
Come on,
really
John.
don't know,
Meat
but I
whistle,
play the
John.
piano and the
Meat
accordion,
whistle, John.
and maybe we'll get together and do a live show. Says Craig. So, Craig, it sounds like Craig is offering an opportunity if you want to play with him on a live show somehow, a collaboration.
Yeah, we're gonna do an accordion piano collaboration.
Oh, I feel like I should get Michelle. You can get the colander, and
There you go.
I'll get a triangle or something.
And I'll just.
All right, let's get the calendar.
Yeah,
And
black
you probably
wall.
didn't know the same thing that makes a pasta also is a musical instrument around
Maybe you
here
can
too.
just hold the dog and pinch
Hold
her
on,
and make her
man.
yelp.
We're back.
That could be your instrument.
Let me get that.
That's all
the,
it
Yara, the Yara horn. Ed, how many elephants you gonna smack around tomorrow?
is. I think he's probably given up.
Oh, he's probably.
No, he's here. I see him. Ed,
Oh, just
What?
thinking about
Oh,
the
there
circus.
he is.
Getting tired, Ed?
No.
No. You gonna stay up all day?
I've been up since 11 o'clock last night.
Oh, that's not bad. It's a
Great
good time to get up.
You're gonna
11
you're
11
gonna sleep
PM.
like a baby. You're gonna sleep like a
Yeah.
baby.
yeah,
11
he'll
p.m.
crash at some point.
You're on meth hours. Nice. It's a good thing you're up, Ed. Aren't you security for the building over there? It's pretty good that you're
Oh,
up during
yeah.
the night. That's a good thing.
What about that?
Yeah.
Do you have
Do they
to walk around the building and make sure everything's okay?
patrol the perimeter?
All
I
right.
have to do that. I don't like doing
Now, one of the things I found out with this
Patrol the
is
perimeter.
depending on how you hold it.
Shine your light on somebody,
which-
blow your whistle at them.
Oh,
it. No whistling.
calendar out.
Actually, the people down the hall have been causing a lot of ruckus lately, so
Well, you should
the
sort them
landlord
out, Ed.
already knows about it. So
You go bang on their door. Hey,
the
security!
landlord already knows about it. I guess Michelle said so.
Security!
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa!
If I did that on my night lounge, I'd be probably arrested myself.
Michelle, can Michelle put that on your head and then hit it and see what kind of sounds
When
it
I
makes?
did nights, but you know.
I'd get some
Like, oh,
beer
there's-
can. Make some music with Michelle. Get some empty.
I'm sorry to disappoint you guys. There's been a bit of a disturbance. Yeah, somebody blowing a whistle and ringing bells. You know, sorry.
Smacking the calendar.
Michelle, just start yelling fire. Just start yelling fire, Michelle, while you're beating
What's
the calendar.
that?
Fire! Ding, 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 ding. Fire!
Ed, I think you're tired. I think you need to go to sleep.
Yeah, Andrew, put this baby to bed.
I can't do that. I'm not there. You know, I'd love to. In many ways.
Put him to sleep, yeah. Put him to sleep, Andrew.
Oh, God. Oh, Michelle, you're making it worse.
Go, Michelle, go!
Let me see how you tune this thing up.
Yeah, turn her up. Hit it harder.
That's the
Michelle, you have to
plastic
go right
spoon.
up to his ear and do it. That's the way to do these things.
Yeah, let's get wait, Michelle, can you do that in his face? Just put the calendar in his face, start hitting it.
Too far.
Not far enough. Just hit
And the
with
metal
the
one
spoon, Michelle.
sounds like this.
Yeah. Listen to that clang.
Sounds like church bells, that one.
Tiger, we're gonna get all that on Monday. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
getting scared.
I will be in bed at 4:30 in the morning, though. I will be at
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
I'll catch glimpses of it. We've got screens on and stuff like that, so we can see it. You
I
know.
would imagine people are going to be very quiet and on the best behaviour on Monday, so you should
I
have a good
hope
day
so.
at work.
I hope so.
Well, they might be drunk, though. That's the only thing.
That's probably going to be the case.
Well, I
How
gotta
many
say
days of
that
mourning
I
was it?
think it
10?
makes a difference.
Or-
Are they not worried about some
I
type
don't
of
know, but
attack? They have up the security, I'm sure, so in case there's an attack.
I think the
or-
securities, but there was a video of one of the guards fainting. You know, he literally collapsed. You know, because he was there. You know, they're there
working
for a
so
long time,
hard and yeah, huh?
and
Terrible.
but they've got to do it. It's just it's so disciplined. But obviously, maybe you just got a bit tired that night.
I would love to go interact with those Buckingham Palace guards with the big hats. I
Well,
would love
most of those guys have served in the army. Most of those guys are
Yeah.
actually really doing soldiers.
But
you know.
all they're supposed to do is stand there, correct? Like, unless there's some type of threat, they just have to
Yeah,
stand there.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. I'd love to go there.
Put some
If you
likes
come
in
for
the
the
like
Queen,
jar,
no, I come
guys.
for you.
Put some likes in the like jar. It's free. Come on. We only had 6 likes.
I like you when I come in.
I know.
So no matter what the
we got
show's
some new
going to be
people
like,
here
I hit
today,
the like.
so
I will continue to dislike until the likes are unhidden, Michelle.
Yeah, but I thought YouTube have actually removed any way of seeing dislikes. You know, from
Dislikes,
people.
yes, correct.
Yeah,
They have.
yeah.
They have.
Oh, that's nice,
How many
Ron.
likes are there. I want to
No,
know how many
I
likes.
actually think that's wrong because you have to have, you know, people have to. I know they might be. You're always going to get trolls and dislikes and stuff like that. I was waiting to say something else, but then sometimes
hold on a
those
minute.
dislikes.
What time is it now? It is currently 6 minutes
Oh
and
my
12.
god, this faggot can't even read a watch. He has to bother you for the time, Michelle? Michelle, what time is it? It's 4 a.m. Let me go back to bed.
Read my
Yeah.
watch.
Oh my
Damn
god.
it.
That can't even read a watch? Oh.
Yeah, they will. They will, and they would probably stab you as well. You know, if you went too close to the Queen's coffin. God forbid what they do to you.
Hey, hang on a minute, I'll just work this out. If Ed's been up since 11 o'clock last night and it's 12 o'clock now, and have you been drinking all that time, Ed?
Ed, even I can do that. For God's sake, if that's the case.
So he's been drinking 13 hours.
Well, that's
No,
insane.
he got. I don't think he's been drinking that long, but he got up around 11 o'clock at night
Oh no.
when I
I
went
don't
to
think I
bed.
could drink. When I drank, I don't think I could drink 13 hours.
No.
Although I'd give it a good try.
Even my glory days, I couldn't have done that.
Check your email. Well, why would it be in my spam folder?
Morning, Butter.
Hey, Butter, how you doing?
Butter, did you post something to me on YouTube, Discord, or regular mail?
He's emailed it to you. Email.
Well, let's see. Junk folder shows no mail. Inbox shows nothing.
Oh, good. Hey, Krista, how you doing?
Morning, Krista.
Butter, send it to me also in Discord so I can get it. Whatever it is you want to send me.
Yeah, those guys are trained. They've been on service and
Because
stuff
I
like
don't
that to
see
Iraq
any
and
mail
Afghanistan.
here. I don't see any mail in junk. I don't see any mail in trash. I don't see. Let's see. I see Kermit and Friends. I see Epic Specials, Utah Division of Wildlife, The Epic Times, Tom Felton, Renewable Anderson. Let's see. Windows. Okay. Pierce
There's a lot
Transit.
of planes flying around here.
Washington
What the hell's going
Employment.
on?
Washington Department of Health, the Epic Times. So what is it you sent me? Because I don't see any regular mail from you.
I think he'll be fine, Ree. To be honest, I think he's alright.
He surprised me. Like you said,
Yeah.
watch the speech, and I was like you, surprised.
I was surprised as well.
Maybe Butter
I mean,
sent
it
it
would
to
be
a
nice.
wrong address or something. I don't know.
I think he's got good support around him. He's got his sons, and
Yeah.
he's got his. I think it'll be a sort of more of a unit instead of one person, if that makes sense.
Kermit and
So I
Friends, Michelle. Read Kermit and Friends.
Kermit and Friends.
I am V. You're correct.
Kermit and Friends. Oh, you would want to see that for I don't know what that's even about, but okay. That's in
I have
Junkman.
a Kermit and the Kermit the Frog puppet.
Podcast
so I
info
might
for
use that.
Michelle. My name is Eliza Jordana, and I host Kermit and Friends, a variety podcast that you hosted every Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time. For 3 years, I was a writer for the Howard Stern Show. I am the current financial comedian Andrew Dick. We are sending you this email because we are highly fascinated by your personality and would like to have you on our show this Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time, 2 p.m. Eastern. The podcast pulls an average of 400 viewers per stream while simultaneously on multiple. Okay, so let me move this to my inbox so I can reply.
You're doing it. I'll watch.
Should definitely do that, Michelle. That'd be great.
Yeah, do it, Michelle. This is,
Let me move it to inbox so I can reply to it, because otherwise I can't reply to it easily.
Great way to promote your channel. I'll be right back.
Yeah. This is great to promote the channel.
That's a really good idea, actually. Yep.
The podcast pulls. Okay, so if this is not okay. This is a direct. Okay, we want you. Please reply to this mail if you are interested to join our Discord. Okay, well I can do that. I can do both. Okay. Reply. Oh, yeah, I'm interested. Okay, Sarah, I'll just send it out. Yes, I am interested.
What?
And I can do that.
Can you post the link? Their link in the side chat, so
2 p.m. is fine. 2 p.m. is fine. Hold on, Ed. What?
That is not no free-ring circus like Stan explained. I just called them up. All it is a couple acts in mid-air left about half an hour. That's it. It's like a cage show. That's not no circus.
Oh, it's not a full circus?
No, it's not. It's a couple acts.
Not the circus. I didn't see the circus episode.
Oh, okay. So, yes, okay. I'm interested, and 2 p.m. is fine. Okay. Send me a link to join the show. Hold on a minute, I'm typing to send me the link to join your show.
See if I can find it in there.
Join
right.
your.
Yeah, that would be amazing if Michelle went on a podcast or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would watch Michelle.
I found the link.
I'd be there. If the link's there, I'll definitely join.
I'm guessing, this is definitely them.
I agree with Andrew. It'd only be like 4 p.m. your time as well, Andrew.
Right.
Wouldn't be too late. Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad. Yeah.
Hold on a minute, Ed. Ed, why are you silent? I can't even hear you on.
I need to get hold of Stan. Don't forget it.
All right. I'll give.
Whoa.
Hold on a minute. Let me give him my phone.
Take it down a notch.
Hold on a minute.
You elephant jerker. You elephant
Let
jerker.
me mute your microphone so they don't hear you talking.
Getting a bit grouchy, but it
I posted Kermit and Friends link.
Thanks for that, Tiger. I'll
fucking pain in the
So
ass.
I see Ed's losing his patience again. So.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
So much for him keeping us cool.
Right.
I'm on it.
What is this channel about? This channel is
about to be amazing with MicheleMarieDalene is what it's about to be about, Andrew.
Okay.
I don't know. I've never viewed.
Yeah.
Very, very beautiful woman though. So guys, definitely join.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a pretty lady, so we gonna watch because we're the men, Tiger Kitty. There's a pretty girl on the
Well,
screen.
it's very rare to find a pretty girl on YouTube, so.
Yeah,
Not really. Not really.
I
found a few.
Do you not consider yourself pretty, Tiger Kitty?
I think more. I think I've passed my sell-by date.
There's
Pretty
no
girls
such
out
thing.
there,
There's
though, I
no
would
such
say.
thing, Tiger.
Pretty gals out there. The ones in the
Alright,
chat
so-
are the ones that are... Well, never mind. That's rude. Anyway,
What's rude?
that's why they're
What are you
that's
talking
why
about?
they're
Guys, I just
viewers
got
and
back
not,
here.
like, streamers. But that's not the case, I'm sure. All right.
Hey,
So
Tiger.
Stan, Ed's
wanting
not
last day.
interested in going.
Oh,
Very, actually.
I
So
agree,
that's it. No, it's true.
I agree.
I don't mean saying things like that, if people are who they are, and
Tiger's very fun. I'm surprised you don't stream Tiger. Well, you probably just don't want to deal with all the drama and
I
stuff.
don't want to do all the trials and the drama. Yeah,
I hear
I
you.
don't need to. I don't want money. I'm not here to run after some sort of YouTube fame.
Right. No, I hear you.
Just here to burn some time and have a laugh.
I hear you. Right on. I'm with you on that, girl.
there's nothing wrong with that.
I am
That's
with
for
you on
sure.
that.
And Michelle, of course.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and a handful of friends that I would consider friends.
It's just a plus. Uh-huh.
Is he not going to the circus now, Michelle? Because he found out that it's not a
No,
circus.
because it turns out to be not what he was looking for.
I knew
So
it.
that's why he was
Oh,
vacant.
I knew it.
Oh,
It's like the laundry the other day, It's
Yeah.
like, oh, let's get the laundry done. And he's like, I don't want to go. Two of a kind, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Ed and
I know.
Edna.
I just sent
We're
the
here.
message
Ed
to
and
the
Edna.
person.
We're here. Tell me, guys.
Paul, that seemed like a blur because obviously.
But I just sent an email to that
Never
person, so tell
No,
them to check
remember
the
it all.
email.
It's all coming back to me.
The thing is, Stan was in here, and he should have told him then. Now Stan's probably
I'm glad you feel better
You know,
about you. Glad you like the
worked
sound
his
of us
whole day
talking.
out, and now he's going to let him down.
Which is probably going to make things 10 times worse.
I knew he wouldn't go. You're not going then, Ed.
No, I'm not going to go because I thought I was under the impression
Yeah.
Why can't we hear him?
His volume's not
We
working.
hear
He's
him in the
muted because he's
background.
talking on the phone. I muted him so he could talk on the phone without being interrupted
He's
and
back
stuff.
now, Michelle.
Well, he's back. You can unmute him, Michelle. He's not. We can't hear him.
All right,
'cause
hold
he's
on a
muted.
minute. I'll put up.
When you say Ed. There's no elephant, so I'm not going.
We're ready to wrap it up soon anyway.
That was something cool.
If I can't jerk it, I ain't going.
Get him a mini elephant, or that might be called.
Oh God.
Well, I just
molestation or
hope that,
something.
It reminds me of a
Calm
kid.
down, I
Both the
mean-
best worlds. No. I was wondering
Yeah,
if
I'm
it's
pretty
Dumbo. All the famous elephants, Dumbo.
You know, you're ruining my movies, my favorite movies, Paul. I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry, Andrew. I didn't
Sorry.
jerk off any
Stop
lambs, though,
that.
so you might like
Stop
Silence of the
that
Lambs.
jerky
still.
talk, man. I'm getting tired of you smoking cat. Knock
Well,
that
do
shit
something.
off.
Are you man enough to meet me on Main Street, Ed? You man enough to meet
Here we
me on
go.
Main Street tomorrow at
Smoking
noon?
cat.
Ah.
Why
I'm
don't
a
you just
mafia
knock it
person,
off?
bro.
It's not funny.
It is funny.
It's not
Ed.
funny. Why don't you just knock it off? What's your problem?
'Cause it
I
makes
think
me
you're a
laugh.
retard or something. That's you got problems, man.
Look, you can't even
So, like,
figure out a
you got
goddamn
problems.
phone. Ed, you can't figure out
You
how to
got
use
problems,
a phone.
man.
You're the
Why
retard.
do you keep
You shit in the
talking?
bathtub, Ed. You're the retard.
All right, it's almost time for us to get ready to wrap it up anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about, shitting in the bathtub. I don't know what you're talking about at all.
Yeah.
And you know what I think? I think you're a retard, Smuckle Cat.
Oh,
That's all I
okay,
got
yeah.
to say.
I'm not
Guys, knock it off!
I think you're a deranged fucking
All right,
young
Ed.
person. It's a fucking retard.
I'm going
That's
on
what
the
I
side.
think. You are a
I think you
retard.
jerk off elephants, Ed.
All right, I want to get out of here before it got too crazy. All right.
Retard. Have nothing more to say to you. I don't even want to talk to you anymore.
Uh,
I
I don't know what's going on here.
On this show. Yeah, so why don't you go see some children then? You're the one saying it.
All right. Anyway, so guys, that was this morning show. We're going to be going to the afternoon show at 5 o'clock. So for now, I'm going to get ready to wrap it up before it gets too noisy in here. You know what I'm saying? So I'll see you guys at 5 o'clock, okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. This is like a 16-inch grinder. Hope you're hungry because you're going to be eating a lot of it. No. I don't need them. Why would I want to have to put money
Well,
into
I know you don't need it. Well, because you might want a big whopper.
These are the real deal, baby. These are real.
But you wouldn't want, you've seen Rosie's. I mean, they're massive.
I know. I know. But then again, we also see, like, other people that got those things. What happens is after you get to be a certain age, everything sags. And of course, we have the tools of trade, the fame, the calendar, the clapper. Let's call the spirits back real quick.
Versus fight.
That's how we take care of those pests.
Ow! Oh, that's gonna hurt. All right. And thank you very much for watching. Stay out of trouble, guys. I will see you tomorrow morning, normal time. Yep. Okay.